A lot is said about cats, but what is real and what is not? If you want to know the truth, you're in the right place. Before we begin, I invite you to comment on what other myths you have heard about our cats besides the ones I will mention below and, above all, how many you thought were true. So we begin. Number 1. Black cats bring bad luck. If we talk about myths and superstitions, this point is in first place, as it is surely the best-known belief in cats. You should know that there is no animal that interferes in such a thing as your luck or destiny. There is no way that a black cat walking in front of you influences your life in any way. These beliefs start from the Middle Ages, when the Catholic Church carried out a witch hunt, which in reality were only women with basic knowledge of science or healing with natural methods. These women were persecuted in much of Europe, and as most had cats, these were collateral damage, as they were associated with demons. Unfortunately, the cats of the time suffered the same fate as their owners. But his karma arrived early, because due to the absence of cats, the plagues got out of control, which led to the worst pandemic in history, the Black Plague. All for murdering innocent women and cats. Number 2. See at night. I will use this second point to disprove many myths about the eyes of cats. The first is the one that ensures that cats can see perfectly at night, as if they had night vision or something like that. It is also said that they are able to see the same in the day as in the night. Both beliefs are half-truths, because they do not see the same, but they see better. Well, not necessarily at night, but they look better in low light. This is because the environment with too much lighting prevents them from seeing clearly. Or in other words, a lot of light makes them look blurry. And on the contrary, at night you can see things with greater focus. That is why they prefer to spend their days asleep and have night activities, because that way their eyes work better. If you are interested in learning more about how your partner's eyesight works and you want me to make a full video on the subject, leave me a comment and I will get to work. Number 3. They have 7 lives. I hope that there is not someone who really believes this, because that of the 7 lives is only a saying that became very popular all over the world. The belief of the number of lives that cats have varies according to the country in which we are located, since in most Latin countries they are said to have 7, in American and European culture they are attributed 9, while in Arab cultures they speak of 6 lives. There is no precise explanation for what is said. What we do know is that these beliefs originate in ancient Egypt, for let us remember that it was there that they were most worshipped. Legend has it that, when 8 deities headed by the sun god, also known as the Ra god, united, it took the form of a cat. In this way, with the cat already turned into a sacred animal, he associated these deities with the 9 lives. However, with the passing of the centuries, the cat ended up adapting for society to the 7 lives, probably because of how relevant the number 7 is for both fiction and superstition. Number 4. They cannot live with animals that are natural prey. Like it or not, cats are potentially dangerous animals for other species as they are predators, instinctive and carnivores. At least they are in the wild, but if they have been domesticated and educated, if they are able to live with other pets that out there would be their natural prey. I am talking about birds such as parrots and parakeets, rodents such as hamsters and other animals such as fish, turtles and rabbits. For example, at home a long time we had a cat and then they brought a couple of parakeets. At first, he tried to hunt them every day, but little by little he got used to their presence until it stopped taking importance. Even several times he defended them from neighboring cats that entered the house to try to eat them. Like this, there are many other cases of cats that are friends of rabbits, fish, turtles, hamsters, birds, and even snakes. Number 5. They leave home. Yes, I know that it is very common for cats to leave home because they are curious to explore the outside world, but the reality is that not all cats leave. In fact, you can reduce the likelihood that yours will leave home by taking some preventive measures such as sterilizing, giving her prey toys, bringing a partner with whom she can live and feeding him well. Number 6. They can make you sterile or cause abortions. There is no evidence that cats cause sterility in humans, nor has there been any evidence that cat hair affects fetus. These two beliefs have led to the misfortune that many innocent cats are abandoned when their owner or someone else in the house is pregnant, as they believe it will affect the baby on the way. So please don't panic that living with or without cats won't affect in any way the fact that you can have children or not. Number 7. They drink milk. Absolutely all mammals need milk during our first weeks or months of life, but in the case of dogs and cats, when they grow up it is no longer necessary to continue taking it. In fact, it can cause digestive problems due to the high levels of lactose that are difficult for them to digest. So, if at this time you have an adult cat who is used to taking dairy, it's okay, you can continue drinking it. But if I suggest you avoid giving this drink to the next cats you plan to have and are no longer puppies. Number 8. They're wicked. For some reason the belief that cats are the opposite of dogs is very popular. For dogs are always associated with affection, loyalty, nobility and innocence, while on the other hand, felines are associated with evil, indifference, betrayal and pride. But this belief is far from reality. They, like any other pet, they show us their love all the time in many ways. The mistake is ours to compare with dogs, because although both are the most popular domestic species in the world, Canis lupus is very different from Felis catus in almost everything. That's why pretending that your cat acts like your dog is just as absurd as waiting for your hamster to act like your parrot, or for your turtle to do what your fish does. Some ways your little feline shows you affection is by purring, sleeping with you, meowing every time she sees you and rubbing into you. If you want to do a full test to find out if your cat loves you, just click on the card above and you'll know how much he loves you. Number 9. You can't bathe. This is probably because of the hatred they have for water or the frequency with which they lick their whole body. While it is true that licking themselves helps them to be clean and brush their own hair, it is also true that this is not enough to be as clean as they should be. Bathe the cat if necessary to help them maintain clean and healthy hair, as well as prevent skin problems and counter infestations of external parasites such as fleas and ticks. As long as you do it well and use the right products, you will be able to bathe your cat successfully and not receive scratches in the attempt. Number 10. They don't need education. For some reason there are people who believe that cats learn on their own, or that they are already born educated. The reality is that no, every living being in this world needs to be educated not to develop bad habits, because if not your cat will be rude, wild, aggressive and abusive. So, educate it to avoid problems in the future. I invite you to subscribe for more videos like this. You can also follow our networks for more content. Let's keep the Gary's legend alive.